Just a reminder in this fifth episode of Old Guy Poet, I've got stage 4 neck cancer. The raspy voice is from radiation about 2.5 months ago. Kind of twisty mouth, it kind of did something there. I can only raise one eyebrow really well. The best I can look is half surprised. But I've been writing poems for over 40 years. And I probably have 350 in 3 books. Torque, Proof of Flight, and Point B, that are really good poems. If I published 350, there's at least 350 I threw away because they weren't good enough. And I think you can find something here that you can't find anywhere else. So this is a unique experience of value. I hope you enjoy it. 2 episodes ago, I did 3 poems from Torque, so that you know kind of the poems in Torque are okay. Last episode I did poems from Proof of Flight, and now I do 3 poems from Point B. I haven't written that much about death or cancer. Death is something, I don't know if it's that interesting. Anybody can do it. And then cancer, nobody wants to be overloaded with cancer poems or anything. But I have written about it for people who are curious about old age, people who are curious about the cancer journey. And as always, there's no better way to approach a subject and really get to kind of the soul of the experience than poetry. So this first poem is called PET Scan. And I think for people going through cancer, the day of PET scan results is one of the hardest days of the whole experience. You get this piece of paper and you read it, and you find out if you're going to live or die. So it's a tough day. PET scan. One day, finally, every footstep hits the ground with all my history, like walking on the moon for the first time, or a rebel steps to the gallows. Soldier treading into battle. What do I know? The next day was for me and my wife. No one else on earth. Lunch and a movie, middle of a work week. Kissed like sweethearts behind a haystack in 1885. On Monday, they'll tell me if I'm going to die soon. Everyone will hear me coming. This walk, now loud enough to get the medical building to shudder, shake, and make the cemetery come awake 5 miles away. Each breath a painter's stroke, heartbeat a prize fighter in the 10th round, eyesight a mad collector, hoarding. As I say, I've been writing poems for over 40 years, but I know the reality that for most people, poetry was one of the worst homework assignments, one of the worst essay assignments in school history, and they hate poetry. But we're going to fight back from this because there's so many secrets to be found in poems, and poems can be fun. So here's a poem that I think has insights, and it's fun. It's called Center of the Earth. Dominic was key because of his size. Best summer me and my brothers ever had. We built an acrobat seesaw with cushions after watching Ed Sullivan one Sunday night. First, he flipped Tommy over the fence into the weird neighbor's plastic pool. And Tommy had to go back and apologize, Mom mad at him for yet more mayhem. Al broke his leg trying to wriggle out a double. Edgar gladly took the bottom of the totem pole, so long as he was safe from the seesaw. He should have been born a tree, sequoia. Me, I was small. They called me Flea. Flea, you gotta learn how to land on Tommy, standing on Edgar, flying 30 feet in the air, said Dominic. Yeah, man, great plan. And so I learned to fly, roll and twist and somersault in turbulence and cloud. We gave ourselves Polish names, Domsky, Tomsky, Edzgarski, Fleesky, Alski was Idriski. Fun, you know? Laughing, breathless, dangerous, fun. The best kind. We were no scientists, but we were the center of the earth. All the kids wanted to turn on the seesaw as if it jumped them to another world. 60 years later, I could say maybe it did. We kept it to ourselves, like an altar. Then Dominic bought a car. He found all the away from home. The oldest, first gone, the way it's always been. We all knew it the day we were born. Edgar took his place, but lacked weight. We would land back in place to launch him up past the telephone wires, waiting for his return. We flew higher than ever. Then Edgar left for college. Scary. The world was chewing on our house. Al, Tommy, and me knew that we were next. They get more jumpy living out there. Poor Al got busted for selling pot. Never saw any of my brothers cry before. He gave me his cape, his ballet shoes. Al was terrible on the seesaw, distracted. Tommy went to the local junior college, but with work and all, I never saw him. The seesaw didn't move for years. Then Dad sawed it up, threw it away. Dominic became Mr. Big. Edgar sang in TV commercials. Al cleaned windows. Tommy tore it up in the real estate game. And I became a circus performer. There's a lot more, but it doesn't matter. Never was a center of the earth like us. Everyone was legend a long time ago, and I never wanted to be anything else. This final poem for today, again from the book Point B. All the books are available on Amazon.com for purchase. The name of the poem is Accordion. More fun with poetry. Give me a sweet conk on the noggin for my disbelief. Maybe it was fear that July night. A faint, jumpy sound of a Czech wedding reception, soft in the windows like smoke or smell. Impossible and unauthorized, foreign, as reeking cheese, sauerkraut, pickled fish. Someone playing an accordion, but good. Like shaking kosher salt onto a bite of steak, getting a Renaissance tapestry to sing in weave, or ringing the words out of a beat book. Took a while for the brain to put it together, so the nervous system spoke first. I'm happy and I want to dance. Simple as the sole of a Sunday shoe. No shade on the truth. The brain finally leapt up. Sherlock Holmes finds the game afoot and joyously runs out the door for clues. Enchanted garage, 5 driveways down. Door closed, light leaking out like a lab run by Frankenstein or the Nutty Professor. Think it was maybe Creole. As it slid around etouffee in the skillet, or shrimp from the Gulf, with a madness coaxed from moonshine. Sipping kind, left with your voice still to sing. As the music waited on the usual crew to join in, frog, fish splash, dragonflies, nightjars, poorly dead. One by one, we came outside and swayed, then bounced, then began to shake to this new time as if seconds ticked the 2/4 signature. But we mostly looked tickled from the inside. Some brought out extra beer, others drank from another's cocktail glass, church style. The moon beamed proud at what we'd done. Clapping along, laughing, whooping and hollering, arms swinging into arms, whirling all about till it stopped. somebody's out-of-town friend or cousin visited like an apostle to the Ephesians and left us all pretty certain we lived wrong. We fell asleep thinking we should share food, play our own music to each other, be together, bottle our own wine or beer or still whiskey. There's no music for these streets. Honest, we have to say it's the way we wanted it. Or else there's a lid on us, a penal quiet. Makes someone somewhere very rich. Keeps others somewhere armed in power. We never knew each other anyway. And most of us hope we don't end up here. Now, 8 neighborhood kids practice the accordion. And it sounds like someone's torturing cats night after night. But maybe it's just birth pangs. Sound of a new baby who first shouts back. Discord, the sound of chants, we can go live wherever that accordion player came from. Thank you for coming back. All I ask is if the poems engage you, come back. And I would say don't watch every episode all at once, all on the same day, same hour and a half. Watch one a day. Get refreshed, get re-energized, get re-enchanted. And again, it's for the book Point B. Got over 350 poems similar to that, all waiting on Amazon. And I'm not really trying to make a buck exactly. I always believe the poems exist in the reader, exist in the listener. I write the stuff, but the meaning is in you. So I'm just trying to get the poems into existence through you. Thank you. See you next time.